In a small, quiet village, there lived a man named Ravi. He was a poor farmer who worked very hard every day. His garden was small, and the soil was dry and tough. Even though he worked from morning until night, he could barely grow enough food to eat. Life was hard for Ravi, but he never complained. He accepted his life and found happiness in the little things: a cool breeze, the singing of birds, and the stars at night. But deep down, Ravi wished for a better life. He dreamed of a day when he wouldn't have to worry about money or food. He didn't know it yet, but his life was about to change in a big way. Every day was the same for Ravi. He woke up early, worked in his garden, and tried his best to grow enough crops to sell in the market. But no matter how hard he worked, the harvest was never enough. His neighbors felt sorry for him, but Ravi kept going, hoping that one day his luck would change. Ravi lived a simple life. He wore old clothes, ate plain food, and lived in a small house. He didn't have much, but he was thankful for what he had. Still, there were times when he wished he could have a little more: a better house, nicer clothes, and enough food to fill his belly. One night, a big storm hit the village. The wind howled, and the rain poured down. Ravi was inside his house, fixing his clothes by the light of a small lamp. Suddenly, he heard a loud noise outside. Startled, Ravi grabbed his old shovel and went to see what was happening. In the darkness, he saw a shadowy figure running through his garden. Ravi's heart pounded as he wondered who it could be. He thought it might be a thief, so he held his shovel tightly, ready to defend his home. As Ravi watched, the figure started digging in his garden. Ravi was scared but also curious. What was the thief doing? Before he could decide what to do, the thief looked up and saw Ravi watching him. The thief panicked, quickly buried something in the hole, and ran away into the night. Ravi was left standing in the rain, confused and curious. He went to the spot where the thief had been digging and found a small, heavy chest buried in the dirt. Excited and nervous, Ravi dug it up and carried it inside. Inside his house, Ravi opened the chest. What he saw made his heart skip a beat. The chest was full of gold coins, jewels, and other valuable items. Ravi couldn't believe his eyes. Was this real? Had he really found a treasure? Ravi touched the gold coins, feeling their weight in his hands. It was real. The thief had hidden a fortune in his garden without knowing it. Ravi's head spun with thoughts of what he could do with all this wealth. He could buy a new house, new clothes, and have plenty of food. His life could be completely different. Ravi kept the treasure a secret. He didn't tell anyone about it, not even his neighbors. He started by selling a few gold coins to get some extra money. With this money, he bought better clothes and fixed up his old house. As time passed, Ravi used more of the treasure to buy more land. He expanded his garden and hired people to help him work the land. His small garden soon turned into a big, successful farm. Ravi built a new, bigger house and enjoyed his new life. For the first time, he didn't have to worry about money or food. But Ravi couldn't forget about the thief. He was always afraid the man would come back to claim the treasure. Every time there was a knock on the door, Ravi's heart would race. One evening, as the sun was setting, there was a knock on Ravi's door. When he opened it, his worst fear came true. The thief had returned. The man looked rough and worn, but his eyes were filled with greed. "I've come for my treasure," the thief said, pushing his way into Ravi's house. Ravi was scared, but tried to stay calm. He knew he couldn't fight the thief, so he had to think of another way to protect what he had. Ravi decided to trick the thief. Ravi led the thief to the chest, which he had hidden under the floor. "Here is your treasure," Ravi said, "but I must warn you, It is cursed. The more you take, the more trouble it will bring you." The thief looked at Ravi, unsure whether to believe him. "Cursed? What do you mean?" Ravi nodded. "Yes, cursed. I've seen others who tried to take it all, and they ended up with nothing but misery. If you take only a little, you might escape the curse." The thief hesitated. He wanted the treasure, but he was afraid of the curse Ravi had mentioned. In the end, the thief decided to take only a portion of the gold and jewels. "If you're lying, I'll be back," he warned before leaving. Ravi watched as the thief disappeared into the night, relieved that his trick had worked. The thief never returned, and Ravi continued to live his new, prosperous life. Ravi's story became famous in the village. People admired him for his cleverness and the way he had turned his life around. But Ravi never forgot what it was like to be poor. He used his wealth to help others in the village, making sure no one had to struggle the way he once did. Ravi's journey from a poor farmer to a wealthy man taught him that true riches are not just about money. They are also about kindness, generosity, and being wise. And so, Ravi lived the rest of his life in peace, knowing he had made the most of the unexpected gift that had come his way. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Thank you very much for watching.